Welcome, it's Wakey time. This is a bit of a test. I've just kind of rearranged some stuff out here. Unplanned video, I am working on one. I will not divulge what it is, but this is It's Wakey time. Spiritual Bribery Revisited. Have you seen the Spiritual Bribery video? I got a little crazy. I got emotional. You get what you get, what I get, when I get it. And I made a decision, and I made a video. And I was trying to make a point using myself. I mean, there's a lot of different viewpoints I could have used. I could have waited a day and approached it differently, but I just felt like I needed to do it. It did better than the rest of my videos have, off the bat, out of the park, whatever the expression is. But I did receive two comments from people. A friend of mine comments on most of the videos, but the fact that I got new people commenting with a response, a reaction, I am grateful for that. I appreciate that. I want to connect with people. I want to talk to people. And I have been with one of them. And, it makes me reflect, self-reflection. It makes me think about what I did. Yesterday, I rewatched the video. And I thought it was good. I think it made a point. Feedback's good. I don't know what anyone thinks until they do. I don't know what anyone thinks about the crunching of the ice cubes. I've noticed that in my videos I do make some sounds with my lips. I don't realize I'm doing it when I'm doing the video. I have Tourette syndrome, and for some reason, when I turn this camera on and I do these shows, something else, I still have Tourette syndrome. I might not be doing what I normally do throughout the day, but I'm going to do something. And I've noticed, and other people have noticed, that I can't even do it now. Like, I can't reproduce it. But if you watch the other videos, you catch it. I've caught it. So, I felt compelled, after chatting with one of the people that commented, to come out and do a follow-up to the Spiritual Bribery video, because yes, I got emotional. I got caught up in a point, that I felt, a point that I wanted to make, and I used myself as an example. I could have waited and thought about it and came back with, hey, I'm trying to defend people and not just myself. But I want to tell you what I learned from rewatching it. We all talk about letting go and not having attachment to things. And what I realized is you can form an attachment to the spiritual journey world, the awakening journey world. You can form an attachment to, I followed the instructions and I'm manifesting A, B, and C, and they're going to come, but then you can form an attachment that they're coming. You can form an attachment to just the fact that you're involved in something like that. And what I got out of the video from rewatching from rewatching it from a different perspective, other than my own, was that since words are spells, and emotions is what our subconscious responds to, that's how we speak to our subconscious. So words are spells, we're doing magic, and the emotional nature of what we're saying and thinking and imagining is what creates our reality, creates our future. And we need to let go and disattach from things we're attached to, this attachment. What better way than to record it and put it out there for everybody to watch? What better way to express a letting go, this disattachment, putting as much emotion into it as possible. And since then, I've received, I haven't received, well, no, I did get some money. Somebody gave me $5, and I'll tell that story in a second, but I've received so much more from the universe energetically. Real abundance, spiritual abundance, since I did that video. And I received more views, and I don't know why, and I got 2 comments out of it. And I had a conversation with somebody through those comments. So I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. But yeah, somebody gave me $5 today, and I wrote myself a note for the future, and I put it in my wallet behind that $5. And my first thought was, keep the $5 with that note. And my second thought was, well, I can buy drinks at the gas station later. So, on the way home, I stop at the gas station, and I go to pay for my drinks, and I start to slide that $5 bill out. And somebody had written in blue ink pen, 180 on it. And my first thought was 1 + 8 is 9, consciousness. No, and I slid the $5 bill back in. I'm going to keep that in with my note. And I told the guy at the gas station, I'm not superstitious, but I know things. And I told him what had just happened. And he said, well, it's a 9-year, which it is in numerology. I said, yes, and I'm a 9 life path. And he said, what's your sign? I said, Taurus, which is May, which is 5. It's a $5 bill. I said, yeah, no, I get it, man. And I asked him what his name was, and I shook his hand, and, I went home. And I found out there's no dog food for the morning, so I'm like, all right, I gotta go back out and get dog food. I said, I'm gonna go talk to this guy. So I went back to the gas station, and I asked him about his name, and because he said it was Mikhail, and I didn't know if it was like Mikhail, like Mikhail's Navy, or Mikhail, like Michael, the Mikhail, which it turns out to be. He who resembles God. And I asked him if he's on like a spiritual journey, an awakening journey, or does he just know numerology and astrology? And we talked. We had a good talk for a few minutes. And I told him about the show because I want to have people on that want to talk about their experiences. And that's that. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to address, how did I get into that? Oh, because I did receive money. It's not a lot, but now it's part of like a spell in my wallet. So, but no, today I felt a lot better and a lot different about everything. I feel realigned. I don't know what I went through the past few days since I did the last two videos, but for a few days after the spiritual bribery video, I did feel a little uneasy about it because I wasn't real sure. You know, I still had some doubts, but when I watched it yesterday, I'm like, no, this is spot on. And I feel like I addressed it all, but I don't know, I don't know who people are and what they're going through, and some things are going to trigger certain people, and I want to know about it. I want to hear about it. I want feedback. I love that I receive comments from people, and I responded to them. Now, if you come with just straight up negativity or laughing or just pure ignorance, if it needs to be addressed, I will comment, but that type of energy, I'll probably just delete them, But these were real reactions from people that I took to heart. I did the self-reflection. I went and rewatched the video. And I just want to say thank you. And I hope this happens more in the future. Who knows? Some of these videos just come up. I have videos that are planned. I'm working on research for a video. My wife wants to come on and talk about certain types of subjects. And I'm trying to recruit the guy at the gas station. No, from talking to him just for the few minutes when I went back, I'm like, oh, this is already beginning like a conversation that, that should be. But, not everybody wants to be on camera and be part of anything. So we'll see how that goes. But no, there's, I always have stuff planned. I have a list. But crunching my ice cubes. I heard once that chewing ice cubes signifies sexual frustration. I don't know if that's true, but it resonates. But shit, what were we talking about? Making videos. No, I do have a list, and I appreciate the feedback, and I really want to talk to people, because people have a lot to offer, and I really did forget where we were going. I got distracted. So, I have to do a follow-up to this video, This is its wakey time. This is its wakey time. Spiritual Bribery Revisited. I hope I made the points that I wanted to make. And I am working on some stuff. They should be pretty good. I'm excited about them. And Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I I was commenting, I was responding to comments inside, and um, I was explaining to the person I was talking to what I had experienced when I rewatched the Spiritual Bribery video. I know it's with a question mark. It's Spiritual Bribery. Um, and I said maybe I should do a follow up video. And I thought, well, I'm feeling pretty good. It's not too late. I'll just go do it now. That's what I forgot to say earlier. So I came out and I'm doing it. You know, there's no better time than now. I spend most of my day practicing being in the right now moment. But what comes with that, the more you practice that, and maybe it's just me, I don't, it could be different for everybody, but what happens with me is that I start picking up, I start channeling future visions, visitations to the future. I can see things happening, they're playing out, I'm watching them, which used to only happen in my dreams at night. But now it happens throughout the daytime. In fact, those tarot readers, channelers that I listened to a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, even said, you know, you will, this gift you have, you will start doing it in the daytime and it will get stronger, and it definitely has. And the more I get in tune with the now throughout my day, then all of a sudden I'm thrust into the future and I get to see things that will happen. They will happen. And that's about it for now. So I will, tomorrow's my day off. I'm going to work on a lot of different things, but one of those things will be to work on the next video. I'm reading a book and doing some research. I don't know why I don't want to say what it is. Maybe I like surprises, and I like giving surprises sometimes, so, but it will be good, in my opinion. This is its Wakey time. Spiritual Bribery Revisited. Thank you very much. I love you all, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good night.